Luke did that night, right? Piss off, Luke. Just like me, Luke and Miss Red did. We met up. We all got clapped out. If you're saying you're not, it's fucking lies, right? But I thought this could have been something nice. He is a recovering alcoholic, and he was going to help that alcoholic.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, I don't know Rick's to speak about him, so if that's what he wants to do, I just don't understand why anyone would want to help that thing. Sorry.
I know, but listen, it's like people couldn't understand why I went in and held the olive branch out. And do you want to know something? I felt
Did
that
you
bad
actually?
that time. I felt that bad.
Yeah.
Right, and I thought, if anything happens to this woman, listen, not that it was anything to do with me, but, for the rest of my days, I would have blamed myself because we had all this beef going on for that long on the app.
Oh, well, that's nice of you, pal. Considering all the crap you've had, I think that's...
Everything that she said, but listen, I wasn't even thinking about none of that. I was thinking of my part that I'd played into it. Me and her rowed, there was this fight arranged, there was all shit going on. And I thought, oh my God, if anything happens to this woman, I knew I would blame myself. And that's why I thought, right, enough's enough, go in, hold that olive branch out, especially when she called the fight off and she went, I'm not in a good place, I can't do this. And that's when I thought, she's like hit rock bottom. So I went in and I thought, right, listen, it's an app at the end of the day. I'm going in just to say, listen, I'm sorry for the part I've played. She apologised to me. We moved on. And I even said, listen, we're never ever going to be friends, but if ever you need somebody to talk to, keep my number and I'm always there. Fuck that after what I've seen this week. Using it for a divvy Kent.
Well, I don't think anyone... I know how you must feel. You probably feel like you're mugged off and that, but, like, at least everybody's seen that you're not the aggressor here. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sorry, Pearl, but I think that just shows what sort of person you really, really are. Like the fact that you've held up the olive branch despite being called a pedlo, despite being told about the grandchildren, doing what to the grandchildren. Like,
I was willing to push all that to her side because I was thinking this woman is going to take her life. That's what I was thinking. And I thought if she did, which it was nothing, it was nothing to do with me, but because we'd argued for so long and I was thinking, is this on her mind?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I live with this for the rest of my days.
I don't think any of us in reality, and that includes me, and I'm sure I speak for all of what she calls my people when I say that none of us want her to harm herself. We do regularly talk about how sad it is watching her go downhill, because I am not joking you, before the big fallout with all of us, she was doing really well. And she was improving mental health wise as well. I'm not saying that was our responsibility, because only you can fix yourself. But ever since she's been away from us, the people that were trying to support her, she's gone right downhill. And I'm sorry, but I will never feel guilty for anything that she does to herself, because we were good friends to her and she treated us all like rubbish. And she's, if we're talking about a person that can't even treat her mum with respect, so why is she going to treat strangers with respect?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Mother's Day, she sat on TikTok all day, never bought a mum a card.
It's so sad.
Mother's Day, and I just thought, oh, please, honestly. And like I say, now to do with me, because I wish I had my mother here to give her a card and do whatever, but she will miss her one day, she really will. But I think all what they're doing now is really bad, and it's affecting a lot of people. And I know what she was on about last night, was it last night or the night before, I'm lost off, but I couldn't believe what I was hearing, really, about the kids. I couldn't believe it. And then
I think it was last night, wasn't it?
Was it?
Claire Marie, we are all watching her relationship with her mum. We're not judgmental. We're watching what's been happening. So, if you don't like what's being said,
but watch, can you? Because that camera is constantly in her face.
Exactly. We've heard the relationship because of the conversations that they've had in front of the camera. So whose fault's that? That's not our fault.
And even the old woman, for whatever problems the old woman's got, she even says, please, Angela, I can't stand this. You're drunk morning, afternoon and night. Please. Even the woman said, I'll buy you somewhere so you can do this. She said, I'm not well. I need my sleep. So she's affecting things at home as well. And it's not nice. It's not nice to
I
watch.
don't watch her, Elle. About why do I watch her? I don't watch her. Did you not just hear me say at the start of this live, well, I've missed the whole chapter? She's blocked. So again, stop making fucking assumptions that you don't know. I don't watch her. She's completely blocked, and I would never will watch her. What comes on the FYP is not on my control, is it? Tool.
I just feel sad. And then last night I watched something where Zia went in on Rickster really, really badly. On Rickster, right? Listen, that is for Angie and Rickster to sort. It's nobody else's business, right? This is just my opinion. What did it have to do with Zia? And you know what was the matter with Zia? Zia felt like she was getting pushed out. Ange, darling, honey. Ange, honey.
Ange. Honestly, her voice grates on me. Angie.
To me, and I thought, get a fucking life, Zia. She's done this with Birdman, and she's done it with quite a few creators. And you know what's the matter with Zia, don't you? Because Zia is a big gifter, but what Angie wants to think on, all them other ones are her friends that's in the chat. Zia's come along and thinks she's top dog because she's a big gifter. Well, listen, it's like this. If somebody gives me a rose or somebody gives me a galaxy, they all the same. Do you know what I'm saying? Nobody's got no higher status or gets picked out for a comment than anybody else, whether they've got a gift badge or not. It doesn't work like that. People's on here to support you, not through money. They hear, they talking to you, they tapping your screen, they commenting, they in your live every time you go live. Exactly, but that Zia is on another. In fact, she's fucking freaky. She's like a stalker in plain sight of Angie.
And the thing is what people don't
stay here, Ange, while you go to sleep. In the right fucking mind is going to watch something go to fucking sleep, not me.
I just think the people that surround her are the reason that she is the way that she is.
Like dirt. You are looking for a manager. She's just floated through there. She's the best on the app.
I blame Tam. Shut up, Alex. It's hashtag your fault. You started it.
Because I seem to be like mentioned a lot on certain lives. Can I just say, just talk. What have you just took? No, my dirt. Oh, I hope everything's all right.
She owns that. So doesn't she own that house, Tam? Alex, can we I've just told everybody about what was found out about the house.
Ring me straight.
Do you know more than I do?
Alex, get in. But make sure you ring me straight away.
Hi, Alex.
How you doing?
Hey, Alex.
How you doing, everyone?
Alex, can you confirm that what we heard was right about the house? Because I've just explained to Pearl, and again, I've said that I didn't research it, but I've just explained to Pearl that there was somebody that went out and searched the house, and it turned out that it was a social housing. But the question is there's loads of people in the comments that have said that when you buy a council house, it's still on the registry as a council house for 5 years.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but people was going around, and obviously when all this stuff was going on, and did say that he was on the registry as obviously still being a council house. But I think that it was updated at a certain date, so I don't know too much into that. I'd have to be looked into if anyone's really interested, because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm sick and tired of hearing of the bollocks now.
Yeah, exactly that. This is what I said. I personally did not see it, so it's not 100%. I'm just telling you or relaying what the gossip, if you like.
That's what I'm saying, Alex. And listen, you know I haven't spoken. I held the olive branch out, and now I'm getting the fucking blame of everything, saying it was a setup, that there was no nail marks, which there was. I seen them, and that what the fuck am I interested what her and Rick's to do?
Wait, what now, Marks?
Fuck off now.
It's easy though, bro.
What now, Marks? I don't know. I've missed what happened. I've seen a little bit on the FYP.
This is what she said. Right. She was that pissed and then didn't...
I tattooed Mama.
didn't she say he grabbed her or something, right? And he said he didn't. She grabbed him and left nail marks in his hands. She went on the live to say that I turned around and said all his hands was cut, right? No such a thing. What I said was there was nail marks or scratch or something on his hands, on his arm, and there was. There was nail marks there. But now she seems to think, because I said that little bit there, me and Rickster has had this, set up. Well, they ain't using me for a fucking scapegoat for all the lies that's been getting spun.
It's easy though, Paul. Your thing is, because of obviously your past history with her, it's easy to deflect the attention away from her and her wrongdoings on you.
They can fuck off. Honestly, Angie can get to fuck now, and especially coming out on the live and blaming me after I was good and kind and was being the bigger person now. I'm not saying I'm going back there with Angie because I can't be fucked with it, basically. She's an absolute little down and out, and especially for the things that she said about kids. And then going on about, what was it? Saying a mum made her get rid of the baby because this man was...
She said that a mum had blackmailed her because the baby would be Asian.
And the thing is, I know that it's been played out because I've seen again this is the bit that I've seen on the FYP.
About you, she wouldn't have come out and said it. No, she wouldn't have come out and said it if it wasn't in the red. Because anybody would come in here and say anything about Angie, and I wouldn't run with it if I didn't know it. So Angie was well prepared to run with all them comments, what everybody was saying about me. Well, let me tell you, Angie ain't that fucking important in my life. And why would I be bothered? What her and Rickster, if they booked into a hotel for a week, what's that got to do with me? Whatever they sent among each other, it's nothing to do with me. But let me tell you, all of this big goings on either was nothing to do with me.
Can I just highlight something, Pearl? I know that it was said that Rickster was going down to help her, but how are you helping somebody that's got an alcohol problem by taking them to go to a pub? Don't shoot the messenger.
She booked that, you know.
I'm just saying, it doesn't look like somebody wants to help someone when you're that's a bit like.
Well, this is what I said. You wouldn't take an alcoholic to a pub and buy them a drink. This is what I went in the live for and said yesterday. But when he the next day sorted the day out, they went for food where they just had coffee, they had food, they had a talk. She went back home. But she'd sorted the first night out, so I'm hearing. I don't know. But she drank 2 bottles of wine before she went out, so she was pissed to fuck before she went out.
I think I actually feel a little bit sorry for her on this, and I'm going to say why and what my reason is. And again, I don't know Rickster. I've never spoken to him, so I'm not slagging him off in any way, shape, or form. However, I was present when we were friends when Angie admitted that she had a little crush on him, and I do think it's a little bit unfair that when you know, as a man, if you know that a woman's got a crush on you, that you lead them into false pretenses by going on a in brackets date, because I'm just thinking, for somebody that's emotional like Angie is, do you not think that maybe in her head, just a little bit, she might have stood a little bit of a chance there? And I don't think that's very fair.
1,000,000%, and all on the videos over the F page thing. That's why she kept going in for a kiss for 1,000,000%. And because it hasn't worked out, all of this shit's kicked off. And then things has been said, others fired back, and that's how it's got out of hand.
Again, I'm not sticking up for Angie here either. I just think it's a bit unfair to, if you know someone's got a crush on you, to act like you even care about them is something else. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's a bit unfair for someone that's caught, everyone's saying is vulnerable.
About it. Do you know what I'm saying? But listen, if he's even thought that Angie liked him, I'm not being honest. I'm sure Rickster's got a girlfriend. I'm sure he has.
Yeah, well, Rickster did.
Alex, do you know or not?
I think he's talking to Talia. You know Talia Dean?
Yes, I didn't want to.
Yeah, someone keeps saying about Talia.
Girlfriend.
I'm sure he said that he'd got a partner.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think at the time, because weren't you present then, Alex, as well? Because it was when we were going on to Clapper. Do you remember that day? That's when she admitted she had a little bit of a crush on him. And all right, we all did encourage it at the time and like make it into a little bit of a thing. But Rickster did say at the time that he was flattered by what she was saying, but obviously he wasn't interested. But I do think at some point he mocked it and then they fell out over that as well. But I just think, why would you... go down
To
there.
Rickster's defence, I could have swore, and there Alex has just think, and that's the same person who I thought him and Talia was in a relationship, so he's not going to look for something else with Angie. So that's what made me even think it even more. He was genuinely going down there. Of course they were going to look for clout off each other, 1,000,000%, right? And play up to the camera, right? But I think it just, things got out of hand, it turned sour, and that's when things were flying to both of them, like accusations to each of them, and then somehow I got the fucking blame for the cunt. Sorry.
Lorraine M, firstly, you're saying that, let me just scroll back up and find it. Tam, don't feel sorry. I don't understand what you're on about. And then you've gone on
My little princess. It is.
You've gone on to say about mocking you as a DV survivor. Is that me or you're talking about Angie here?
Hey, my Aunt
Hi, Aunt
Sally.
Sally.
Hi, Aunt Sal.
Hello, darlings.
Hey, yo.
How are
I've just
you?
been listening in the background. I thought I'll just pop in.
Good job.
Don't stop because of me. I've heard everything anyway.
Honestly,
What's your take on it, Aunt Sally?
Okay. Well, Rickster knows my take on this. I'm a recovering alcoholic.
Okay.
Oh, one second,
So-
1 second, everybody. Let me just say what my son wants. Go on, carry on talking.
Well, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I've been around the programme for many years, so he knows my take. The last time he went to meet that other girl, and he's probably listening now, but Rickster, you know I'll say it to you if you are, darling. You don't, you know, you don't go
Oh,
Make me flowers.
down.
gorgeous.
Oh,
They love the mum, you know. Sorry, Aunt Sally, go on.
you really want to help her? Pass her Aunt Sally's number or somebody in recovery.
You want to know something?
You know, there's nothing a man can do to help a woman when they're sort of. It suggested someone drinking, woman for woman, man for man, and it's not just about that. Any allegation can be made.
Yeah.
You put yourself at risk.
Yeah.
But, you know, he knows I wouldn't agree with that. He knows last time he went down to the other lady who had a drink, I was like, no, do not go. She's vulnerable. Because that's all I can say. Really. I don't want to run him down, but he knows that wasn't a good move.
Well, Aunt Sally, like I said, I don't know Rickster to even talk about him, so I'm not running him down in any way. I just think it was a very silly thing to do.
You know, it wasn't thought about, was it? Because
No.
you don't.
The thing
What I
is,
was
though,
saying,
I
Aunt
think
Sally,
you've got
was,
to
listen,
want help
you
to
know
accept it,
Rickster-
haven't you?
Rickster depended on drink last year, and when he lost his mum, he went through a hard time, right?
That's
Yeah,
what
of
he
course,
stayed
anyone
with
would.
me, didn't he?
Yeah, anyone would losing a man.
When I was speaking to him on the phone, what he said was, he said, Pearl, it's sad. I think he spoke to me because he seen me reach out to Angie.
Yes.
I said, it is, my Rick, it's sad. And he went, do you know something? He said, I'm going to go and see her. I said, what do you mean you're going to go and see her? So I said, oh, Aunt Sally, that's for you.
Oh,
Thank you.
that was nice.
Nephew Luke.
That was
Luke,
Luke.
hello, darling. Are you getting in having your opinion on this?
In the box, Luke. So,
Bless him.
and I said, do you think it's a good idea? He said, I do. He said, I've been there. He said, come through the other side. He said, still battling every day, but I've come through the other side. I said, well, if you think it's a good thing, then Ricky, I said, do it. And anyways, he was on about, and he said, of course, he said, we're going to meet up, we'll do some content. It's going to be, that's for you again, Aunt Sally. Going to meet up, make some
Thank you,
content,
Poppy.
do some nice things, and it'll be good. And I said, do you know something, Rick? I think a nice friendship will come out of it. And because they both understood about he's got through it and she's still got this journey to start, Aunt Sally. So anyways, I said, well, it'll be good. But then what I didn't agree with was she started drinking at 1 o'clock, so she was pissed out of her head before they even went out. And then they went to a pub.
Yeah.
Then it was
Thank
all
you, Luke.
goings on. And then I somehow
Oh,
she
thank you for the
performed,
gifts.
Thanks, Luke.
in for it.
Thank you, Luke.
So Angie kept saying me and Rickster it was a setup. Listen, if it was a setup, why would I of last week showed myself up by going in, showing I was a bigger person and putting that olive branch out? Why? So now she maybe thinks that was a setup. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you, Pearl, but
you know,
with Angie, I don't take her too personal because I understand where the head goes in drink. It is a disease. She's not a bad person trying to be good. She's not well. And I don't, like, if anyone could be angry with her, I could be, because you know what I went through. But it's like, I don't see, it should have been a female that really reached out, number one.
I know, but they've got like sort of, they speak on and off the app, so I don't know what to think, Aunt Sally.
I don't think anyone can help her, Aunt Sally. I understand where you're coming from, and I'm also someone that's had a drink problem at one stage, but I've never, and to be honest, out of everything that I've ever done, alcohol has definitely made me worse than anything else that I've ever taken. And I wasn't a horrible person when I was drinking, but not to the point that I would, I don't know. I'm not going to finish that sentence.
You're probably right, because if they're not ready, they're not
ready.
No.
Yeah. And I think I think she enjoys the drama that comes with it. I do.
That's
I mean, they say that the first bit is you've got to admit you've got a problem. She just like, when you sit there on a live and you are,
still says it.
Yeah.
So she's
when you're doing it on a live though, and you're going 2 and 3 bottles down, you make a complete fool of yourself. You see the videos played back and people are telling you what you're doing. You laugh it off and you still go and do it all again. You know, is that somebody that really wants the help?
But that's part. Look, I'm not defending anyone here, but I can't sit there with a clear conscience and run this lady down. What I'm trying to say is that's part and parcel of disease. It's a disease of denial, and the biggest person it cons is me. It tells me I haven't got it.
Aunt Sally, did it make you paranoid? Like she gets really paranoid?
Oh my God, it wasn't enough for me at the end. I took everything you're going to see when this second book comes out. I can't believe, Pearl, I'm almost don't know if I should put it out, because they all see Aunt Sally as an angel and I was a devil.
Put it out, Aunt Sally. And everybody who's not following Aunt Sally, give her a follow. Her first book was a bestseller. Angie, you're ready? You come in the box. Really good. Come in the box.
Come in, Ange. Come in. Please come in, Ange. Hello, Ange.
Hi.
Yeah, well, I've just jumped in because you're discussing it.
Yeah, not a problem. I don't have you blocked for me. You can come in. What I'm saying is, listen, that's Rickster's aunt that sat there. I'm not telling no lies. I genuinely reached out to you with an olive branch. And then for some shape or form, I don't know how this has come about, but I've ended up the blame of it. Said it was a setup, and on everything belonging to me, all I done was praise you up with Rickster and said, you're going to get a beautiful friendship out of this. I said, take us for something nice to eat. I said, but don't do it on camera. Do it off camera. This is what I was saying. And then what I've just said there is, before Rickster's even come and took you out, to your own admittance, did you say 1 or 2 bottles of wine that you were already in before you had gone out?
1.
So, listen, we obviously, you have both said it was all an act, but then I feel like I've been dragged into something that I didn't want to be dragged into again. And I'm not taking no blame, because 1,000,000% I have got nothing to do with this.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I said to Rickster that we were going to move on from it, but obviously because you're discussing it, obviously I'm going to jump in the box. I think with you sitting in the box, Alex, I think if I had said what Rickster had said, I think you would be absolutely crucifying me. I think you all would be. I think everyone has forgotten that Rickster has made a severe accusation against me to say that I essayed him. He's also now blackmailed me, which I have evidence of, to say, that that he's going to run with that if I let certain people win my box and blah blah blah. I didn't want to have to mention.
1 minute, Angie, do me a favour, because we're speaking about Rickster here.
Yeah, I find it absolutely incredible that you're all sitting in here and supporting that, especially you, Alex, because I think that you would have absolutely crucified me.
Today,
Angie, he hasn't said 2 words.
Angie, today you have blocked me today, so you know what? I'm not your secret.
I haven't blocked you today, and if someone's blocked you, it wasn't me.
Angie, I've had enough of you, right? I'm sick of you coming for me, right? I'm an innocent male, right? And you keep attacking me. I've had enough, right?
You would have had a lot to say. You always, every time there's an argument that happens with me and someone else, you
asked him to come.
I am vulnerable. I'm a vulnerable person at the moment.
Oh, here we go. You're doing exactly what Rickster did. You did the same thing. I'm a man and I'm vulnerable.
Oh, hang on. Well, what about what you was doing then? Because I've seen the repeat of you saying that he was abducting you.
If a woman made a severe accusation as that, I think she would have been absolutely.
So it's all right for you to scream in the street though that he was abducting you. Though is that what you're saying?
That I have been made, that a severe accusation has been made against me, and that he's run with it. Okay.
And what about the severe accusation you're making in front of the public?
Excuse me, and if I continue, he's going to run with that.